Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Amalina Fatini and welcome to our special campus news report. Economy is not just about number or big words. It is something we all deal with every day when we buy food, pay bills, or go to work. In today's world, there are two very important topics that affect our daily life: consumer behavior and economic distribution. Consumer behavior means how people make choice when they buy things, while economic distribution means how money is shared among different people in a country. Malaysia is a developing country that is trying to become a high-income nation. So it is important for the government to understand how people spend money and how to make sure money is shared fairly. This helps create better policy to support the people. In this video, we will look at both theory and real life, not just what is writing in books, but also how Malaysians really live with this economic issue. Let's begin our first segment with my friend Farha Fadila. She will explain more about consumer behavior in Malaysia today.
You are watching Consumer Behavior News, bringing you insight into how Malaysians are making smarter spending decisions in today's digital economy. Malaysians are becoming more strategic in their spending, applying economic thinking in everyday choices. Consumer behavior refers to how people make decisions to maximize satisfaction or utility from their money. One key concept is the law of diminishing marginal utility, the idea that satisfaction decreases with each additional unit consumed. This theory helps explain current shopping habits. With the rise of platforms like Shopee and Lazada, more Malaysians are comparing prices and looking for the best value. A 2024 survey showed that 42% of Malaysians aged 45 to 54 compare prices before buying online, focusing on free shipping, discounts, and customer reviews. This smart spending approach reflects consumer equilibrium, getting the most satisfaction per ringgit spent in a digital economy. Next, we will hear from a student to find out how young people today are managing their finance. Right, today I will interview a student to find out how she manages her money and makes good spending choices in daily life. Let's hear what she has to say. As a university student, can you give a real-life example of how you balance your spending to get the most satisfaction in your daily life?
Okay, since I will get like a fixed allowance every month, I would spend it on things that gives me the most value, such as food, transportation, and maybe a little treat. And I wouldn't spend my allowance on unnecessary things that would cost me a lot.
Okay, the next question is, what influenced your buying decision the most?
Usually price and reviews, because I would buy the stuff if it's within my budget and if it has good feedback from other buyers too.
That's all for today's interview. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and thoughts. Let's go back to the studio.
Assalamualaikum, good morning and welcome to our economic segment. Today's news is discussing the theory of consumer behavior and how it relates to economic distribution. This theory will explain how the rewards given to each factor of production, for instance, labor earns wages, lands earn rent, capital earns interest, and entrepreneurs earn profit. Which equilibrium is influenced by demand and supply. If companies offer higher wages, more people will want to work, but firms will only hire when it is really necessary. Education and training also plays a role. In Malaysia, TVET programs help prepare workers for the job market and will lead to a better performance and fair income distribution. In urban areas like Kuala Lumpur, this theory is evident. There are many job opportunities, but workers often make decisions based on how much salary is offered, especially during economic uncertainty. Since today's interview focuses on profit and interest, it is also essential to highlight the role of rent in economic distribution. Economic David Ricardo explained that rent is a reward for the use of land, a fixed and limited resource. He believed that land rent arises because some land is more productive than others and the supply doesn't increase even if rent rises. Alfred Marshall saw land as a free gift of nature accessible to all, but still will give income to owner when the land is used. Modern economic theory later expand this idea. Rent is not just limited to land, but can apply to other factors like labor or capital when they earn surplus returns due to scarcity. To see how this story plays out in real life, we interviewed two individuals, a businesswoman who earns profit and an investor who earns interest from capital. Let's hear what they had to say. So, as a business owner, how would you describe success in terms of profit? Do you consider your profit to be normal or economic profit?
For me, success means the minimart can cover all costs like rent, supplies, and stuff, and still have something left. Like right now, I would say we're making normal profit, just enough to keep the things running smoothly. In Malaysia, with high cost and also competition with like from big change and online stores, it's tough for small businesses like mine to earn economic profit, but even normal profit is meaningful. It keeps the businesses going, support my family, and also contributes to the local economy.
So, as an investor, how important are interest in your financial planning?
As an investor, interests are very important in planning my money. They include whether I should save in low risk account or invest in a high return asset. When interest rates are low, I explore opportunity in stock, property or businesses. But when interest rates are high, I may prefer safer options like fixed deposit or government bonds. I also follow the negara changes to the OPR closely as they signal the direction of the economy. In short, interest rates help me balance return and risk in my investment decision.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to today's news. I'm Nabila Husna and tonight we're diving into a key economic issues that affect every Malaysian citizen. Economic strategies that promote consumer welfare and improve income distributions. Have you ever wondered why some countries succeed while others continue to struggle? What is Malaysia doing right and what more can be done? Let's find out. Economic strategy refers to the set of government policies designed to guide the nation's economic performance. We need strategies that benefit everyone through fairer wages, rent regulations, and wealth. A good economic strategy is crucial. It helps reduce poverty, protect consumers' rights, and address income inequality. In Malaysia, several policies aim to tackle these issues. Firstly, Malaysia introduced programs like PREM, which provide cash aid to low-income households. B40, there are also non-monetary social transfer, such as clothing and food, done in 2018. Secondly, the government focuses on improving workforce quality. Programs like Inset by Mara help upskill workers and provide equal access to education and training. Thirdly, financial literacy program, NS 1.0 and NS 2.0 programs such as the Perlindungan Tenang Voucher organized by BNM and the Debt Management Program DMP by AKPK aim to teach Malaysians how to manage their finances wisely. In order to protect consumers' well-being, the government must also focus on wage fairness, rent control, and fair profit distribution. Let's begin with wage fairness. In October 2024, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim announced an increase in the minimum wage from 1,500 to 1,700. This helps consumers keep up with the rising cost of living. Next, rent regulation. Malaysia currently lacks specific law for rent control. However, introducing a comprehensive tenancy law could help balance power between landlord and tenants and prevent exploitation. Countries like Canada have already implemented rent increase limits to protect tenants. Lastly, to improve profit distribution, the government can apply tax reforms that target corporations. An example is the Dana Penjana Nasional launched in 2020. Together, these strategies aim to build a fairer, more balanced Malaysia where no one is left behind. Let's do some interview to see what citizens' thoughts on this issue. So, welcome to today's news. So, we're here today with our interviewee. What do you think about Malaysia's current economy?
Hi, economy is currently challenging. I'm in the B40 group since my income is 1,500 per month.
What about you?
Hello, the economy hasn't affected me too much, but since I'm in the T20 group, so my financial is more stable.
Okay, moving on to the next question. How do you usually manage your income?
Mainly through budgeting, but I also rely on government aids like free and sometimes food assistance.
I invest, save, and keep an emergency fund. Financial literacy is really important for me too.
Okay, that's all from us.
Understanding consumer behavior and economic distribution is key to building a fair and balanced economy. In Malaysia, smart spending, income inequality, and rising living costs have shaped both business and policy decisions. By applying concepts like utility, wages, profit, and targeted subsidies like STR and TVET's program, Malaysia aims to improve consumer welfare and support inclusive growth. A well-planned economic strategy not only helps individuals and MSMEs survive, but also ensure that the entire nation move forward together. Thank you.